everybody? This is your girl, Deborah Coco, and make sure you check out Just Give Me the Mic on all social media. Also, check us out on Bronxnet Channel 16 on Sundays at 10 p.m. And soon we'll be launching on MNN coming up in June, everybody. So stay tuned for that network information. Support. If you want to interview, make sure you hit me up on justgivemethemic12@gmail.com. You want us to come out and rep at one of your events, also hit me up for that as well. And love is love, everybody. See y'all soon. Support. Hi, everyone. I'm the host, Deborah Coco, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Just Give Me the Mic today. I'm so excited about this show. Well, first of all, I'm so excited because the spring is here, and I just celebrated a birthday. I'm feeling super relaxed, just came back from vacation, and I'm right back in the studio trying to get these shows out for Just Give Me the Mic. But this show, my first guest is like, this has been my partner, my friend forever. I've followed his music career for a very long time, and I just love his R&B. I love his music. He is someone that I consider to be a real soulful singer, y'all. I've always, every time he put out a video, I got to go check it. When his music, we used to go out to performances and shows all the time because the energy that he gives out on stage to the audience is just incredible. But you're about to hear a little bit more about him in a few. But first, I would like to say my guest is Q Williams. He's coming up first. He's from New York City, my hometown. And before I bring him on, I just want y'all to get a little taste of what I'm talking about. So we're going to play his video, Robbery, and we'll be right back with Q Williams.
It's a robbery. It's a robbery. Tonight we gon' do a little role play, but we gon' switch it up, cause girl, you gon' rob me. Tie me up, gag my mouth while you search my place. You want this good stuff, cause girl, you like finer things. Grab me up, throw me down quick. Whisper in my ear, I better not say shh. I know what you came for, so I'ma be cool. Just relax and let you do what you do. It's taking it over me, doing whatever you please. It's taking it over me, doing whatever. You haven't found what you're looking for. You came and gone, girl, now you're back for more. Searching addiction you had for me. I've given all that I could possibly. There must be something wrong with you, 'cause grab me up, throw me down quick. Whisper in my ear, I better not say shh. I know what you came for, so I'ma be cool. Just relax and let you do what you do. It's taking it over me, doing whatever you please. Oh, it's a robbery. is amazing, and I truly love this role playing. Girl, you don't know what you're doing to me, do you? Ooh, I'm feeling your style. Girl, you're driving me wild, and all I can say is take it from me, 'cause it's a robbery. Oh, it's a robbery, girl. Oh, take it. Oh, take it. Baby, taking it all. It's a robbery, and you're taking it all from me. Oh, take it, baby. Take it, baby. You do what you want with me, girl. Oh, it's a robbery, and taking it from me, girl. Whatever you please, it's a robbery.
Song. All right, everyone. Just help me to welcome my guest, Q Williams, to the show.
Yeah, what up, what up, what up, Deborah
I needed to,
Coco?
hey,
What
I
up,
needed
Deborah
to say,
Coco?
I want to say, I need to go get a glass of water, to
Oh,
calm down. That
got a
is
little
a
wine.
very,
You got a little
the
wine.
wine. Look, that
Mm-mm-mm.
song is,
I
okay?
appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love that song. When I
Appreciate you.
first saw it, I was like, "Oh, look at Q Williams."
Yeah, man.
Okay, all
Trying to do
right,
what I
all
do
right.
on my grownness.
Right, we all grown. We all
We
grown
all grown.
here.
We all grown. You know. Yeah.
But like I was saying, we was part of organization
Yeah.
before. We kind of met through the Burn You movement.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the Burn You
Shout out
movement.
to the
And,
Burning Movement.
yes, and that was a whole collaboration
It
of
was
artists and people
artists.
that were striving to do
Yeah,
so many
man.
things. How many
Yeah.
years ago? That was like 7, 8 years ago, right?
Yeah, almost a decade,
Oh, almost a
almost a
decade, right?
decade, yeah, almost a decade,
I,
yeah,
I know
almost,
being a part of Burn You, that definitely launched my career. I felt like I met a
yeah,
lot of people with LaRue,
yeah. Shout out
and
to
he,
LaRue, man, yeah,
yes,
man, LaRue and Radiant, man, all them guys over there, Noodle, you know what I mean,
knew the
Bubbles,
whole right.
yo, Bubbles, you know what I'm saying, Noodle, Bubbles, JR, Londa, you feel me? It was a whole bunch of them over there,
It
man,
was
like it
beautiful.
was
It was
beautiful,
beautiful. So let's
yeah,
talk about I actually forgot when we was talking before we went live about you came to the studio and sat with me
yeah,
twice because I thought we did one
yeah.
at the studio and I thought we did one at
Nah,
another
Coco,
location. So that
I
is
pull up on you,
dope.
Coco. I pull up
Right,
on
right,
you,
right. You
Coco.
pull up on me.
I
That
pull
is
up on you.
right.
Whenever
But
you made a
we've
move.
always had a good rapport.
Always.
I've always loved your music, like I said in the beginning. I felt like you always sang from the heart,
I
and it
appreciate
deep down, like you really you have a great voice. You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate you.
So
Thank you.
the whole combination with your stage presence and everything else, I'm like, he's a real entertainer.
I
You know?
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for that, man. Like,
Yeah, real
you know what I'm saying? Like,
entertainer.
outside being the mogul that you are, I appreciate you just being a fan. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes,
really do. Like, you know what I mean? And I enjoy singing for people like you know what I'm saying, who really just enjoy the craft. Like, it's nothing more than that. We get lost in the music, you know what I'm saying? We get lost in the vibe, and I appreciate that. And you've always done that with me. Whenever I see you,
yes,
you just pull up on me like, what? Like, you
yes,
know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes,
Like,
yes.
the Q Williams go perform, Coco in the front, like, whatever,
Right, right, right.
excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And I
You one of the
appreciate that.
people that know about
I
my
appreciate
energy though,
it.
right? My
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
has been the same
Since the
throughout. Like
beginning. Yeah,
I haven't lost my enthusiasm for sitting
yeah.
down and kicking it with people. All right,
Never.
but what's been going on with Q Williams? Because I know
Um,
COVID, so much stuff
yeah.
is happening.
Nah,
What's going on
that's
with you?
cool. I mean, we just, we still doing music, we still working. I got a new project, that I'm putting together, called Love Wins. I'm still working on that right now.
Okay.
I'm working with a new producer. His name is Stucco Bay. He's really, really dope. He's produced for all the people in the industry. You know, he's produced for a lot of people, man. He's a part of a legendary family. His legacy is very strong.
Wow.
And we shoot movies now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I'm shooting a movie with him now. So we're doing a movie now called Borough Connections.
Uh-huh.
So I'm acting now, plus I'm co-directing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, yeah, I'm co-directing now. So I'm just doing that. I play a detective. I play a detective named Detective Washington.
Okay.
He's a it's the premise of the whole movie is five kids who grew up in poverty-stricken areas because it's called Borough Connections: Brooklyn, Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
Bronx, Queens, Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, and Yonkers. So it's the five boroughs, right? So what the idea is, these kids grew up in poverty-stricken areas, and they watch how corruption happened, police happen, drama happen, all of these things. So what they decided to do is become cops. So now I'm considered a corrupt cop, but I'm
Oh,
actually not, because because what I'm doing is all the money that I take and all the money that everything that I do is to build the community center for the kids in my community. So
okay.
every police officer has they have a set area. You know what I'm saying, that they're trying to build up, but it's cool because it's all connected. It's a dope vibe. We 6 seasons in right now on the writing. Yeah,
For
so now,
real?
yeah, we're writing now. So yeah, it's getting crazy. Yeah,
So
we've
now
been shooting.
all the cops corrupt, or it's just
Yeah,
you?
not all of us. Everybody, like, because it's called Borough Connection. So the
It's almost
idea
like
is,
Robin Hoods. Like
yeah, it's like
you
Robin Hood.
steal from
Yep,
the rich to give to the
exactly,
poor, you know?
exactly. But it has a twist on it, because the twist is we're robbing drug dealers who are big in the game, but
Uh-huh.
the DA secretary is who we work for.
Oh,
So our cases never get to the DA. So we run around the
oh,
streets getting crazy. We done had shootouts. We done had all kind of robberies, kidnappings. We got the Russians involved. It's crazy, man. It's
oh,
crazy.
wow,
Yeah, Coco,
Q.
it's crazy. It's cold. It's
I'm
crazy, Coco.
excited for you. I'm so
Yeah,
happy to
yeah,
hear about that
yeah,
project. And you
yeah,
know what?
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's
it's very different.
original. It's
Very
so
different.
hard to be original now because you have
Yeah,
so many web series coming out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when you
yeah.
can find that niche and run with
Mhm.
it and create a dope show,
Yeah.
it's all good, you know?
Spinderella is in this, the original Spinderella,
Oh, she is?
and Tretch
Trench too?
from Naughty by Nature. Yeah,
Oh no, yeah,
yeah,
this is gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
dope. This is
Yeah,
gonna be awesome. I'm happy for
we're
you.
trying to get Andy Stone
For real? Now
for
that
real.
would be,
That'd be dope. Yeah,
and the name people really highlight the project, even though
yeah,
you
it
have
does.
very good supporting actors.
Yeah,
It's very good when you have, those strong names and
yeah,
everybody loves Stretch and everything. So
yeah.
it just enhances what you're doing,
And he
you
loves it.
know?
He loves what we're doing. Like, so they love what we're doing. So that's the beautiful part about it. It's we're getting into I'm getting into like I said, I'm getting to the directing part now. So, I was asked to be a part of the directing cast. So now that we're directing it differently, I'm learning a whole lot, man. Coco, it's so dope. Like, it's really
So what
dope.
is your first acting experience? Because I know you
Um,
did a movie with Street Lines.
yeah. My first acting experience. Uh, my
It's kind
first
of like
acting.
your music
Listen,
videos as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
You're acting
yeah,
in your
yeah.
videos, right?
Facts. But my first acting gig. I played a nerd. I played a nerd in this little like, my homeboy was doing this little sitcom for school, and
Uh-huh.
I played a little nerd. It was kind of fun. It was fun. It was like kind of like an Urkel character. It was kind of cool. But
I can see that.
it
I can
was
see
weird. Like,
that.
I had the big glasses on. I had the bell bottom pants. It's crazy. But Streetline, that was the first real thing. Like
Okay.
like big behind the cameras, and different locations and all that. That was the first thing.
So what was the
Yeah.
name of the project and what was your character about?
Um. The You know what? It's been so long. Like, it's been so long with us. I mean, Coco, you was with us.
Yeah, but I never got to get to my part in that
Yeah, you never got
because
to your part.
something had happened
Okay.
with the
Well,
equipment and it kind of killed the
yeah.
project, remember?
Well,
So,
yeah, sure did.
right.
My character was a struggling artist.
Hmm.
I was trying to go. It's called White Lines Records. So
Okay.
I was trying to be an artist on White Lines Records.
Uh-huh.
So I was an artist on White Lines Records, but it was so much going on that I lost my deal. But I had a deal. I found out that the lady who hired me was crazy, so I saw her in the Mr. Institute. It started getting real crazy. It was fun. Like
I knew it
it was
was
a good.
something about
It
a
was good.
hospital
It was
room.
good. Yeah, it was good. Like it was really good, but it never panned all the way out. So it was
Okay.
understandable. You know, a lot of things happened, and it was understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
I mean, that's the first touch. That was the first touch of the acting for real, and I really enjoyed it. Like I
That's
really,
good.
really enjoyed it.
And
I really
now
enjoyed
look,
it.
you're already writing behind the scenes now,
Yeah, yeah.
co-directed, playing a
But
lead part.
I did a play. I did a play a couple of I did a play like a year ago. It was called
Mhm.
Whose Side Are You On?
Oh,
Her name was Dietrich Kelly. I played
uh-huh.
I played I played a gang leader who had a beef with God. Like
Oh,
who had a beef with God. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
he believed in God, but he had a beef. You know what I'm saying? Everything in his life was upside down. He lost his best friend. He lost his father. Like he lost a few people.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Damien, and it had me
That's
tap into
deep.
yeah, and it had me tap into some real parts of me, man. That was really different. Like it was dark. Like
And
but
that's
it
excellent
brought
when
out
a role can do that.
yeah
Make you
yeah
dig inside so you can relate if you have
yeah
situations in your life and you can
yeah
kind of portray that out at the same time, you know? So,
yeah
oh, so that's good.
yeah.
You gotta
So
send me some links to some
yeah, I
stuff. I
got you.
didn't know
I'm gonna
about
say
that.
yeah. I'm gonna
I
say
was
some
here to
stuff.
talk
Yeah.
about music, but look at
Oh yeah.
this.
Oh yeah. Oh
Look
yeah.
how
We
we
doing
grow
some
and we
things.
elevate.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You know how we do. Remember that
Right.
conversation? You do remember the conversation we had in Best Buy on 23rd, and it was on 23rd and 5th, I think. We was doing the burn use thing. You pulled me to
Uh-huh.
the side. You pulled me to the side one night, and you was like, "You are amazing." Like you heard me first sing. You was like, "You're amazing." You say, "But you have something else inside of you." And it's gonna open up for you, Q. He was like, it's gonna open up for you. And you said that to me. I remember that. And I was like, thank you. And I was teasing you. I was like, I said, what's your thing again? Just grab the mic. He was like, no, just give me the mic. I was like, oh, okay, I got you. And we laughed about it, but I remember that. So talking to you now, like
Oh, that's
I've been excited.
touching.
I've been exciting to do this interview with you. Like I've been excited all day. Like I wanted to tell
Oh,
you
thank
that. I still
you.
remember
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I wanted to bring you something else to the table. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
you did. Because
You
those
know?
are the things that, we love to hear about because
Yeah.
you don't know what kind of impact you're going to have on somebody or the
True.
impact that somebody's going to have on you.
It's
So when
true.
it's positive and you get a chance to speak and tell somebody that,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing. I don't have a problem complimenting people all day. And it's not like I'm
Yeah.
looking for it back. If that's how
No.
I'm feeling, or if I see something, I definitely like to encourage and inspire and motivate other
Mm.
people.
And
And
you
you
did.
do that through your music,
Yeah. I
and
try.
I'm sure in your everyday life too. But I find your music to be very honest. And
Yeah.
because this the the grown man, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about like your other music. I remember had messages. It was
Yeah.
positive. It was always like but you had a nice way of putting it out. Your
I appreciate it.
delivery,
I
your
appreciate it.
execution of it is always what stood out to me.
I
So
appreciate you.
I mean, where you going now? Is it balanced?
Um.
Is it like 50%
Yeah.
music,
It's a
50%
nah.
acting? Like how you feeling?
It's a balance because the movie that I'm doing now I get to put my music in it.
Oh,
So yeah. So like
a
it's
two
a
for
sorry.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A two for one. We
Yeah.
like
A
those.
two for one. Yeah.
Right.
A two
Yeah,
for one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's the thing. So I get to write, and I also because the producer of the music is also the director of the movie.
Okay.
So it's a full circle. So
Nice.
my music gets played. I get the songs. Plus I hang with Tiger Styles. So you know
Oh, nice, nice.
we record over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tiger Styles. You know what I'm saying? The whole production system. We work over there with the recording and stuff like that. So you know it's getting better. You know what I mean? We just doing
Awesome.
one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I tell people all the time, life is a marathon. It's not a race. You know what I
It's
mean? You
not
run
a
at your own
race.
pace and you set your own score. So, you
Right.
know, people say, Q, you should have been on. Q, you should have. I'm like, but I'm already on. But I'm
Right.
already on. Like, I'm already
Right.
on. Like, I'm
People
already
say
on.
that to
Like,
me. Oh, you don't want to. I mean, I am on TV. I may not be
yeah.
on primetime NBC or whatever, but the main point of it is enjoying your journey.
Yeah, that's
You
it. It's
know,
because I believe
everybody
that,
has
Coach
their own
Fred.
path, right?
I believe
Enjoy
that.
the ride.
Facts. And but that's the thing. Like, people don't get it. Like, when you get to the end of something, that's just it. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? And you miss the whole journey doing the like every it's about getting there. You know what I mean? Because even if you never get to where you think you should be, you have already gotten past where you thought you would never go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's
So
a
my thing
perfect
is
way
if
of
you
putting it.
yeah, so my thing if you don't respect that, then you'll never get where you're going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I
Right.
just enjoy every day what I'm doing. Like so with me, it's just every chance I get to sing or perform or talk to my friends and what I'm saying, have a great time, and that's what I'm doing. And
Right.
patience is everything.
Patience is everything, and it definitely
Yes,
comes across when I see
yes,
you. Even when you post something, when you do
yes,
your videos, and you put them up
yes.
on Instagram, like it just exudes. Like guys, I would like to meet this guy. Like he seems
I
like a really
appreciate it.
nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You
I
always
appreciate it.
smile and happy,
I
and you give
appreciate
off
it.
that positive vibe with what you do. But let's
Yes.
talk about this latest project now.
What's
Mocha
up?
is the other
Yeah,
video that we have.
yeah,
So let's talk about Mocha. Then I want to play it.
yeah.
Then we're going to come
Okay.
back and talk about more
Okay.
music with Q Williams. You know?
Okay, well, mocha is my own conscious appetite. So, I mean, if you listen to the record, you understand that,
Conscious
I was,
appetite.
yeah,
Yes.
my own conscious appetite. You feel me?
Right.
So, like, I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, so there's no, um, um, there's no misconception of what I'm saying. You can't misconstrue how I'm feeling. I just told you directly. So
Right.
my whole thing
Right.
is like mocha is everything. So let's work it. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. My own conscious appetite. It speaks for itself.
Right. Okay. And this is coming out on your latest, your new
Mm-hmm.
project that you're
Mm-hmm.
working on
Yep.
now. Okay.
Love win.
And
Hmm.
did I see Ricky Barrino in there?
Yeah, yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Ricky Barrino.
Yeah. Shout out
That's
to
my other
Dre and
part of
Nicole too.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Shout out. So
Yeah,
let's go to
yeah,
that video, and then I
yeah.
want to come back on your thoughts. And we got some other stuff to talk about.
Sure. Let's work.
So I'm introduced. Matter of fact, Q, you introduce Mocha.
Well,
Introduce both of us.
this is my record right here. Q Williams. It's called Mocha. My own conscious appetite. Right here. Just give me the mic. Q Williams and Deborah Coco.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Q Williams.
What's up,
Okay, sir. How you doing?
You know I'm good. What's up, you?
All right, all right. So you got something tonight, man.
You know.
All right, all right, all right. She good? How you doing, sweetie? You all right?
She's fine.
She's fine. Well, then let's roll then.
My own conscious appetite. Your hair, your eyes, your lips, breast and thighs, wrapped in that killer dress. You murdered them, call homicide.
Requesting assistance, 187 is
Yeah.
target.
You sipping slow, scoping the scene, checking out what you want. You came to do your thing, yeah, yeah. And ooh, you so hella mean, and I salute you, queen, yeah. I'm trying to see what's up, but I'm kinda nervous. You're looking good as fuck, but that's only on the surface. Cause you might be a killer, you might be a dealer, you might be a predator looking for your dinner. And I ain't tryna get caught, I ain't tryna get caught. You finna play these fools and I'm gon' sit here and watch and let it breathe. Her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, yeah. Let it breathe. Her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, yeah. I like the way she move, I like the way she move, I like the things she do, yeah. Handle your business, show the business, give it up. Let's go! Yeesh! I ain't gon' front, I'm gon' tell you the truth. Yes, you all that I want. And if I get the chance to show you romance, I'm gon' do all I can. But tonight you came here to dance, and your body's on fire. Yes, your ass is so late. And if you ain't gon' stop, then baby, why the hell would I quit? And you giving a vibe, yes, I'm digging it here. And I want you to stay, girl, I'm just gon' make that clear. I'm like, hey, I'm tryna see what's up, but I'm kinda nervous. Oh, you're looking good as fuck, but it's only on the surface. Cause you might be a killer, you might be a dealer, you might be a predator looking for your dinner. And I ain't tryna get caught, I ain't tryna get caught. You finna play these fools and I'm gon' sit here and watch. And I'm like, let it breathe. Her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, yeah. Let it breathe. Her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, her vibe is so enticing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all right,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I need a
Yeah,
glass
yeah,
again.
yeah,
I
yeah,
never got
yeah,
my
yeah,
first glass of water,
yeah,
and
yeah,
now I
yeah,
need
man.
a couple of ice cubes up in that joint. You know what I mean?
What up, what up, what up?
Wow, Q.
Yeah, yeah,
So
oh
what
yeah.
can we expect with this project? I mean,
I got some drinks on here, man. I got a couple things on here. Like I want to take. I've been so caught up doing the acting and stuff that I have really been sitting down writing some treatments for the new videos, and I just want them to all tie in together. They're gonna tie in together. So Mocha started it
nice.
off. Mocha started it off. I got some other joints, man. Like we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some
So
fun.
m.o.c.a is setting the tone. It is
Yeah, Mocha's
setting the
setting the
whole
tone.
pace
Because
of
it's
where
my
we go.
because it's my own conscious appetite, so it can't go wrong. Like either you like it or you don't. It's okay. It's my own conscious appetite, so
Right,
I'm okay with the meal. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
right.
and I'm
I'm
okay
quite
with the
sure a
meal.
lot of other people be okay with the meal.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, we're gonna eat.
yeah,
We're gonna eat.
because that's
We're gonna
yeah,
eat.
we need that. We need that. We
Yeah,
have so much hip hop on the radio, like
yeah,
like we need that grown music that we can
yeah,
relate
yeah,
to, and it don't always
yeah.
have to be from an artist that you see on,
Facts,
on the award ceremonies. Like there's
facts.
a lot of good people doing good music out here. Like you
And
need
you
to
know the
diversify. You
and
know,
you know the thing too about it that people don't. I don't think people understand. My music is sexy. It's sexual. It's a sensual sexual feeling. Like
right?
it's not derogatory. It's not degrading. It's not demeaning. It's none of those things. Like if you
Mhm.
notice any record that I've ever written comes from a place of appreciation.
Right,
So when you listen to Mocha, you listen to it. Your hair, your eyes, your lips, breast and thighs, wrapped in
hmm
that killer dress. You murder them, call homicide. You feel
right,
me?
right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
it's like I
Right,
see you,
right,
mom.
right, right,
I see you over there doing your thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to say something to you, but you might be a killer. You might be
right,
a dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
right.
know.
Because everything
You
that
know what I
look
mean?
good is not
You
good for
feel
you.
me?
You know what
You
I mean?
feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like sugar look like salt from a distance. You know what I
right,
mean? I'm
right,
just saying. You
right.
feel me? Yeah,
But
but
and it's real. It's real
yeah,
because we do go by what we attracted to
yeah,
first. But
yeah.
you're right. There's other things you got to consider
Gotta
also.
consider,
So
gotta consider. Because I mean,
right,
it could be. You think you're the predator and you be the prey. Mess your
right,
life up. These women out here ain't
right.
just. You feel me? You heard Cardi B said if
I
it's
just
up,
had
then
one
it's
of them
up. You feel me?
situations.
I'm a little nervous. Cardi said if it's up, then it's up. I don't know.
Right,
You know, and
right.
you from the Bronx, so I'm a little nervous. You
Right,
just
right,
give me the
right,
mic.
right,
You feel
right.
me? I'm
You should
just
be able to
saying.
handle all that, Cardi.
All that. You feel? All that. You feel?
No, that is a little, but
But
you're right though. It is
yeah,
real. So,
yeah.
I think also one thing that I wanted to highlight that you did mention about
Mhm.
as far as being acting, acting and your music being a part of the production. I think it's very important nowadays for a lot of artists, especially if you're not working with a team or something like that, that you try to send your music out to some of the web series that are casting and stuff
Right.
like that, because that's also a great way to get your
Mhm.
music out to the masses, especially
Mhm.
if you can get it played on a popular series.
Mhm. Right.
Well, first of all, if you're working solo and you need help with promotion, even any kind of promotion would be good. Any kind of status, not any kind. I don't mean any kind, but I mean as far as whether it be a new series that can
Mhm.
grow or
Right.
whether it is a popular. So don't, shun out any opportunities that you have. Reach
Right.
out to people to try to get your music out there. So that I just wanted to use that as a learning point because that's very
Right.
important. A
Right.
lot of artists I speak to, they just don't know how to really get it out and different ways of getting it out besides putting it on the streaming outlets. So web
Right.
series is also
True.
another great way that you can do that,
Because
you know?
because something else too. What I'm learning too. Just dealing with the whole acting thing and how movies and things like that work. Um, Excuse me. Streaming also comes from the movies, the movie credits. Like you can get the
Hmm.
credits too. You can get the credits from the streams. Like when people shout out right now to Foster Sin. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? My
right.
homeboy Ray Luke, you know what I mean? Shout out to Dre Nicole's and that doing what she do. A couple other people. They right now on Roku and Tubi, they're number one. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow.
Oh, yeah, they're doing their numbers right now. So it's like if you think about it, they have like say 11 million views, right? If your music is played, and every time that series is played, you get a view. That clicks. So I love what you're saying with that right now, and
Yeah,
I appreciate me even sparking that into your brain because I wasn't even
right.
thinking of it like that. Like I was just
Yeah.
thinking of like, you know what, just put it all together, do the movie, do the music, put it together, like you know what I mean. But for you
That'll help
saying that,
you
I appreciate that
tremendously.
because I didn't
It
even
will
think
help
about that.
you.
I didn't even
Hmm.
think about that,
And
Coco,
shout
man.
out to Foster Sin. I think I'm
Yeah.
coming up in an episode.
Yeah, me
I
too.
actually did a
He
scene with
asked me to
them.
be he asked me to be a part of it too, man. So I'm feeling special right now. You know what I mean?
I
We
think
were
his
trying to do something.
production is great. His
Yeah, he's
production,
awesome.
his
Ray
web
Lou is awesome.
series.
Ray Lou is
Hmm.
awesome. Like he's awesome. Like he's an awesome individual too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I really enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I was behind the scenes on that too, just helping
Oh,
out with
you
the camera work.
was.
I was doing camera work. I was holding the camera. I was holding the lights. I holding the boom mic. Like
Oh wow.
I do those things first. You know what I'm saying? And learn and get. You know what I mean? Because I really believe, Coco, right? That if you're not a student, then you'll never understand what it takes to be a master. Like I'm not saying you want to be a master. What I mean is you never understand the dedication it takes. I mean, like I've always thought like this musically. You know what I'm saying? Before I was writing music. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So that's why when I write my lyrics, that's why when the lyrics come from, they come from a direct place because
Right.
it's a I've been a student of R&B. You know what I mean? I've been a student of jazz. I've been a student of
Right.
neo soul. I've been a student, so I understand what it takes to master that craft. You know what I'm saying? In the space of like, because someone will say, "Oh, you're not nice," and then another person will be like, "Oh, you awesome." It all depends on the cup of tea. So I just rather be
Right.
somebody's cup of tea. You know what I mean?
And how do you handle, like, how do you feel? Because a lot of people need to realize that you do need thick skin. Like, you need to be real. Like,
Mhm.
some artists get, a little misled because all of their homeboys, their family, everybody's like, oh, you don't, and they supposed to. And
Right.
they got love for you, but
Right.
you're really opening yourself up to subjectivity,
Yeah.
or to other people when you go out in the public. So how do you handle if somebody gives you like some feedback that you would consider not positive or not
I
motivated?
mean,
Like, how do
I
you
mean,
handle?
you
Not
you
saying that it
first.
happens to
Yeah,
you,
no, no,
but
no.
I'm
It
saying,
does. No, no, it does. Look, it does. It
okay,
does. And
okay,
to be honest with you, um, the only thing I could possibly do is listen. Like I can hear what you're saying. If it don't apply to me, it don't apply to me. If you don't like what I'm doing, okay, cool. But tell me why you don't like it. Just don't say you don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like most people can't do that. So people be like, I don't like the way this music sounds. Why? I don't really know. So is that really an opinion that's validated, or versus some? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that and when somebody says, you know what, Q, I don't think this song is for you, or I don't think this should be done by you. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I like it. You know what I'm
and you
saying?
follow your heart with
Yeah,
it.
you feel what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do. You have to understand that you're not for everybody.
Right,
You're
right.
not for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everything ain't for you. So, you know what I'm
And you
saying?
can use that to grow.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
hell
might be like,
yeah.
you know what? I didn't realize that. You're right. I
Constructive
can't
criticism
tweak
is
that a
everything.
little. Right,
Constructive
right.
criticism is everything. Like
It
listen,
is.
I'd rather take a constructive critic than criticism.
Right,
I'd rather somebody
right,
say, you know what, Q, you could have did this, drop the drums, add a little bass, add a little. I'm like, okay, let me try that, and then okay,
right,
cool. Versus
right.
somebody saying, I don't like it because I just don't like it.
That's
Okay,
telling me nothing. That's
nothing. Like you know
that
what I
sounded
mean?
like hater words right
Yeah,
there. You
you
got to be a
understand what
little
I'm
more
saying?
specific,
Look,
right?
tell me something. Tell me why you don't like it. You ain't even listen to it all the way. You feel me? There
Right.
ain't no growth. Like you don't even you don't even know why you don't like it. It's
You
cool.
don't know why.
It's
But
cool.
hopefully, we support. Matter of fact, I think you can find Just Give Me the Mic right now on Roku as well.
That's
So
right.
this will be aired on,
Let's do it.
public. Yeah, we're gonna be circulating this interview all around.
Let's do it.
So
Let's
my
do
thing
it.
is, what? Give me one point because we have to get ready to end
No
the
problem. No problem at
segment.
all.
But tell me something that how do you feel about your personal growth within the music industry? From if you look back and kind of reflect, is there like something that you wanted to do, didn't do, or wherever you want to go with it? Like, what comes to mind? Like, what do you think when it comes to
From
your path and your journey in music?
Good question. That's a really good question. Um, I think from the beginning, I've just always been curious on seeing how far it will go.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think I haven't lost that passion. For me, it's like I'm just writing. I've always been ahead of my time lyrically. So for me, it's like I'm just watching it grow. You know what I mean? I keep going, I keep growing. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? So that's just the whole thing for me. Like I tell people that all the time. If you keep going, you'll keep growing. You know what I
right,
mean? Because that's the ideal for me. And looking back to looking now, it's like experiences has changed life. You know what I mean? So it has made music a little deeper. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
And
I
it has
see.
made it, you know what I mean? It has made it a
I
little
see.
deeper. You feel me? It's made it a little
I
deeper.
feel
You
you.
know what I'm saying? It's become more eccentric. You know what I mean?
Very much so, right.
And as I explore myself and be honest with me, I can kind of be honest with the world. You know what
Love
I mean?
it.
Because my thing is too, no one can judge you harder than you judge and harder than you judge yourself. So if that's the case, then why do we give everyone those power?
Right,
You just
right,
can't. Like you just
right.
can't, Coco.
Deep.
Like you know what I mean?
That's deep.
Yeah. So that's me. I've learned to regain my power by just keeping it. You
Right,
know what I mean? Because again,
right,
I'm not for everybody. You know what I
right.
mean? And I'm okay with that.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Hold on to
Yeah.
your power by keeping it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta hold back. Okay, so my next guest is in the green room, but before
Yes.
we
Yes. Yes.
go,
Oh, that's
before
Admiral.
we go, where
Is
can
that
we?
Admiral?
Yes, yes.
That's my man.
This is gonna be a fire show.
That's my man. Son. Yeah.
How? What are the chances? I got both of y'all as my
That's
guests
my
today on the show.
man.
Where can we
What?
find your music? Where can they go
Oh,
and listen to your music?
check it. You can check me anywhere, man. I'm on all media platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Google. You know what I'm saying? Q Williams, m.o.c.a. That's the song. I also have a record right now with Rockboy G. It's called Sugar Honey Iced Tea, with
Ooh,
the homie Omar Wilson. He just did a joint with Raheem Devon, Cisco, Sean, and himself. So you know, what I mean, we're having some fun, man. We
right.
having a good time. So
Good, good, good.
again,
Yes. Thank
Q
you,
Williams,
Q,
man.
for joining
I
me
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
today.
Thank you
Yes,
so
I
much, Coco.
I
I
love
appreciate
catching
you.
up with you, and
I
I will
appreciate you.
see you soon. Let me know what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Listen, 17th, I got a show in Long Island. I'll
Send
send you
me the
everything so you
info.
know. I got you
Yes,
back. Thank you,
yes.
Coco. Have a blessing.
Welcome.
Later.
Blessings, Q.
You know it.
All
Peace.
right, y'all. So make sure you follow Q Williams. Go support him on social media. Go to the music sites and check him out as well. And just support, man. Positive people doing positive things. And coming up next, we have Admiral. He is already in the green room. He is ready to go. But we're going to introduce him after we play his video called Carry On. And we'll be right back with Admiral. Don't go nowhere.
I like how this feel right here. Mice, we got one. Take it back right here. We're taking it back. I remember street lights glowing on that concrete, feeling with my comrades on it when our palms meet. Every night, break night, mama getting no sleep, waiting by them sirens, demons on that slow creep, watching for that blue van. They was heavy on the suite. Giuliani called the bliss, now half the homies up the creek. On that chain gang, no longer do they names rank. Faded to black, cozy the commas, nigga caught up in this thing. True tales of lost kings, youngers watch
watching from the swings. Meanwhile, I'm on the stone porch plotting on the wind. Thinking how they story begin, same place mine begin. May this pen deliver me for that trend, trapping the sin. Late night, locking in red cup, flooded with hen eyes low. Sipping slow, hearing them whispers in the wind like red cup, flooded with hen eyes low. I'm sipping slow, hearing them whispers in the wind. I got my angels in my ears like I'm hearing voices in my sleep like got my angels in my ears like I'm hearing voices. I lost everything I loved in a matter of 7 days. That's when they come to terms with this life is all a phase. My queens, they waiting on me. Kings, they watching proud. Fascinated how the God move proud. Thinking aloud. For my truth, I made a vow to live it and never fail. This pen the prototype, there's no father to my style. The essence and the exit, they twins, homie. So I would never live in fear, get it clear, homie. I put the grind and the time and the stars in alignment. My faith on the front line, how we designed it. Took that ball seat, then reclined it, reminded. Pain is temporary, I live no longer blinded. Forever free, translated, forever me. But they were destiny, and that's just what it's gon' be. Forever free, translated, forever me. But they were destiny, and that's just what it's gon' be. I got my angels in my ears like I'm hearing voices in my sleep like got my angels in my ears like I'm hearing voices. Hey, yo, man, just feel like 100 Park, don't it? Take me all the way back. Now we was running around. Big parks. You know what I mean? Good vibes. You know what I mean? Been through it. You know, doing our little reckless. Shout to the hood, though. CG, Money Pro, Castle Hill, Viewside, Bronxnet, all that. You know where we come from? Decorated. Slum, survivors. Survivors of these streets. Still here to speak on it though. Love.
And we are back, everybody. Like I said, we had a great first segment, but now I'm on to my next guest, Admiral. I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you for joining me today. I've been trying to connect with you for a minute now.
No, this has been a long time coming. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes. Yes, I'm glad that we was able to keep in touch over social media, but I definitely want you to come on the show so I could show your music. And also, people, you could tell us a little bit about you, your music, your movement, and what you got going on right now.
Well, most definitely. That's why we're here.
Right. So you can start it off. Tell us a little bit of your background in music. Like how'd you get started? Like where you at now? Okay.
Okay, so I'll jump right in and just let you know, like from the beginning. I grew up just a fan of the culture, from the outset. I grew up as an athlete, so music wasn't really my first passion growing up, but I'm probably in high school is when I actually became an artist, so to speak. So I always loved freestyling, freestyling in the neighborhood with my friends, and they're actually the ones who put the battery in my back to actually to pursue this, as a career.
Okay.
So they didn't get me from the beginning, it was just something like that. I was just a fan, so for me that's how it was. But going down the line, I just became more in tune with it. I had all my friends on the block, everybody rapped. I mean, so it was just like, it was like a pastime for everybody.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up on Story Ave in the Bronx.
Oh, okay, you're from the Boogie Down. Okay.
All day, every day.
Yes, me too. Shout out to the Boogie Down Bronx, y'all. But go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, when I was in high school, I had a friend of mine who I grew up with. He was part of a group from across town called Bronxnet. Okay. And basically for me, I was literally just kind of following what they were doing, and he basically he would bring me around the crew, and they would have like rehearsals and things like that too. And I remember one time I came through to one of the sessions, and one of the group members was just like staring at me the whole time I was there, like why is he here? You know what I mean? Like like no words being exchanged or nothing. It was just
But
a
you just
weird
felt
time.
that energy. Like, what's
Yeah.
like? Who's this guy? Right? Why is he
Yeah.
here?
So eventually we like eye to eye now. Just sitting there. He just came right out with it. He's like, you got flow? And I said, I do a little something. I didn't put nothing out. He's like, let me hear something. You know what I mean? So I spit. It was like one of the very first verses I ever wrote in my life. And he was like blown away with it. It's just like he's like, where did you find this guy? You know what I mean? So
Wow.
he was telling my partner. So they were actually the group was actually on tour at the time. And believe it or not, within the next 2 weeks, I actually was performing with them at Penn State on a tour stop. And mind you, I hadn't been on stage ever.
First time.
I was a hobbyist. So this is
Right.
my introduction. This is my introduction to the game. So from that point forward, I realized, this is really what I wanted to do. So I was with the group, for a long time. You know what I mean? And we went through our typical, ego headbutting, and eventually,
Right.
the group disbanded after a while, and everybody kind of went and did their own thing. And I'm fast forwarding the story, so if we get to talk again, I'll really tell you the
We
full
will. Yeah, we definitely
it's a
gonna have to
it's a great
come
story
back.
though. It's definitely a great story. So fast forward, when the group disbanded, I kind of looked at like what's going to be next for myself,
Right.
and I only knew how to be part of a group. So when that situation was no longer an option, I had to think, did I want to continue on or not? And I really was passionate about the art, and I said, you know what, I can do this.
Right.
So I actually worked on my very first solo project as an artist, and this was in 2010. This is my first project that I ever made, and I was doing basically on my own for the first time ever.
Wow.
So I had a couple of members who were part of the group who I was with, who came on board with me when I started, and that's how I came about starting the company, Glory Ave. So at this time, Deborah, the industry would changed a lot around that time. So this
Yes.
we're kind of going transitioning into the digital,
Mhm.
starting to move forward into streaming and things like that too. And just my
Mhm.
experiences too, I hated not being in control of my music. That was one of the things that I really couldn't stand about the industry coming up,
Right.
and I
Right.
didn't have control of that. So
Right.
so by me, breaking off from the group, it was my first opportunity to kind of lay my own blueprint in terms
Right.
of how I wanted to do things. So I released my first project independently under my own brand. You know,
Nice.
so basically, it was a crash course. I'm learning everything on the fly, but I was so proud of it because the energy that I had from that, I did the whole project in probably 2 to 3 months total, like from scratch,
Wow.
just off the raw energy of diving into something new and being so
Nice.
passionate and excited, and it was you know is a real passionate body of work, but it wasn't as textbook as I am with it now.
Right. So you
It's also
notice your growth from then
right,
to now.
exactly. Like
Awesome.
and the growth's been constant though. I've grown just from a business perspective as well as an artist. So like I mentioned, I started my brand, releasing my own music.
Nice.
So a little bit, probably about a year later, is I brought I signed my first two artists, which
Okay.
was a whole nother chapter altogether. So I signed two R&B singers actually, and that
What's the
was
name of the artist?
it was Michelle Sings and Elliot Maurice. So
Okay.
so basically, this was the first time that I actually used my experiences to work another individual's career. So this
Love
was a
it.
whole nother
Love it.
learning experience for me, and it was great. It was
Right.
great for a long time. I built, was able to build these artists' career from scratch and
Awesome.
learn on the same fly in terms of how to actually really run the company, know where my energy needs to be focused and things like
Right.
that. So it's, there's a lot more to that story as well. And I'd love to tell you, but I know for sake of time, I'm not going to dive too much into it, but it was great. Um, Going forward, what happened to me during that time though, and this was a challenge, is that, while I was doing, managing these artists, my career from an artist standpoint took a hit because I honestly just couldn't put as much energy into my artistry itself.
Right.
Trying not to sacrifice, the energy that I'm putting into the artist.
Mm-hmm.
So for a time, I kind of got a way of, releasing music of my own, just to make sure that I could keep the focus on my artists.
Right.
And in
So that was a
inside,
sacrifice. That was a
yeah, and it was
sacrifice
for the greater good. It was
for the
one of those
greater
sacrifices that
good.
you make for the greater good. Because I've always felt like, when it's time for me to, to get back and do my thing, it will be there. Because I know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
doing.
Right.
But at the same token, you never want to not work on your art. You never want to be able to invest energy in your art, and that it hurt me because I kind of spread myself too thin in that respect.
And that was a learning component for you because you wouldn't have
Absolutely.
known that, but I like the fact how you did make the decision to want to help another artist because sometimes, people are so self-focused
Yeah,
and they are around people that they can help and make a difference with, but they choose not to. So I like the fact that you did, take the time out to help somebody else along your journey while you're still growing and learning as well. So that says a lot about your character too. So I
I
like that.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so so going forward from that though too, and it was a great great experience for me, and just a great growth opportunity for the company as well, because by me being able to present the brand on a larger scale, it created a lot of other opportunities for me and
Nice.
ways to drive the business. And so what drives me to one of the next things, and this is where we actually met face to face for the first time. I'm not sure if you actually remember this, but there was an event which I was producing in Farafina's Cafe in Harlem, and,
Arafina. Okay. Uh-huh.
and you actually came in and hosted the event, because one of the people I was co-producing with was a big fan of yours. Prior, I was familiar with your work to a degree at the time, but she was like, Deborah is a must-have at the event. We have to get her in here.
Oh, that's
So
dope.
yeah, so it was a great event too, and like I said, the energy was good, and I think this is when we actually started initially building some communication from that standpoint too. You're all over the place, so we run into each other at different events here and there, and so it's been a long time coming for us to get here and actually be able to talk. So this is why I was like so
And then
excited.
we rushed. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, we have 1 minute, 1 second, I think, to play your video. But I
Okay,
don't know how much time we're gonna have after. So please give your social media and everything before that, because we might have to play the video all the way out. Okay, so
okay.
give us that real quick before we go.
No problem. So everybody, you can follow me at Admiral11 on all social media platforms. You can also follow my company, Glory Ave Entertainment, at Glory Ave ENT on social media as well. You can also follow me at Admiral11.com. It's my website.
Are you looking for more artists? Are you still managing? Are you still
At this point in time, no. I'm actually focusing on the music for this year. When we turn to the end of the year, we'll be going back to that too, and I'll start recruiting again.
so you have new music that's coming out this year?
Yes.
When can
And I
we
actually just
expect it?
released a project as well. I have a brand new project called Honor and Will, which is out right now on all platforms. So y'all can check that out. Great work, great production. Just a very cohesive, well put together body of work, lyricism, you know, bars, beats, whatever you need, and it gives you a good idea of who I am, just as
Yes.
an artist, as a person too. So check that out when you get a chance. And I'm in the studio right now working on Honor and Will 2, which is the second part. It's a 2-part album. So I'm in the
All
studio now
right.
working on that. So that'll be dropping probably in the summer.
Look, I want to thank you for coming through and sharing your story. I didn't want to ask too many questions and interrupt you because I wanted you to get as much out as possible. And you
I
did a
appreciate
great job. But right now, we're going to go to real life and we'll see if we have more time to ask another quick question before we're done. But this is Real Life, everyone, by Admiral. Check it out.
Like how this feel right here. Dream life. See? Rod, you wanna leave my seat back to this? Right out. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Son, now it's to that grape shit. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Real life. Son, now it's to that grape shit. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship. Innocent blood like painted mirrors on the asphalt. Brush strokes of lost hope, this is white chalk. Shattered dreams and turn fiends, kings and turn cowards. I'm contemplating who to fall. We're gathering thoughts to take my off that stone pulse. Stepping the plan and make some sense of all the walls we fought. All them lies we lost, exposed lies and frauds. Lay claim on things that truly minds and jaws. Law, from a loss I would carry the torch. Apply the necessary force like these hands was falls. With a cause like I'm a sauce, leader to move us forward. For soldier to set us free from that back block holocaust. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Son, now it's to that grape shit. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Son, now it's to that grape ship. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship. Sleep when I'm dead, won't blink a lid till we properly fed. They talk veins, I speak acres and land spread. Big business, new money, just minus the glitches. I'm talking no fed time, we ain't ride with no hitches. Meaning no new these table settings are sacred. Strictly for my day one dogs, ain't no replacement. No felonious thugs, get the statements. My king's tall behind the ball, decoding the matrix. 1-8, I took a fall and took it back to the basics. Took my vibe so back, Champion crew and track A6. When the months up in them staircases, plotting the world takeover. Me and my brother soldier. Them people took you for a stretch, but we ain't rolling over. We bout to re-up, but put our feet up like we supposed to. No days off, we ride with no remorse. Be born and set free from that back block holocaust. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Son, now it's to that grape shit. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship. I ain't with that fake shit. I've been repping the same flag since I raised it. Son, now it's to that grape ship. They gon' kill me before they put me on that slave ship.